What up, my freaks? RuinusInsight here with part 110 of my Total Warhammer 3 not modded, regular Vlad and Isabella Immortal Empires campaign. Ugh, it's every time now. Anyway, as we saw last time, Rudy attacked Naggarond, or rather attacked an army out in the field, drew out the garrison and the army that was in Naggarond itself, and promptly destroyed them both without too much trouble. It was a pretty fun battle, and Naggarond is now ours and will act as the staging ground to continue the destruction of the Dark Elves and their Chaos friends. And are they, well, actually they're not that friendly with each other by the looks of it, but they are up here living somewhat in harmony, so we'll have to destroy them both. And though I guess not so much harmony for Harganeth, who were destroyed by them, but once again, that's their problem. Anyway, in terms of what we gotta do this time, we basically did everything last episode that needs to be done in terms of moves and, well, not buildings, but we're not gonna do buildings. So we're ready to end the turn, and hope that we get attacked. Namely, we hope that Be'lakor or Luther Harkon attack us here or out here. Possible great battles to come if we can get them to actually fight us. We have a commandment in Tilea. Let's get to you, a foster terror, I guess, now that we have Rifrafa back after King Behed's son tried to take it. Well, successfully did take it, but, you know, that's fine, because we did destroy his army, and now we're going to move towards him ourselves. Alrighty, now are we ready to end the turn? Outpost upgrade available. Well, we're not doing that right now. Let's end the turn. Be'lakor, and don't be afraid, come and attack Yos. Kugath, what you doing, bud? You're out of territories. Oh, he is actually going to manage to take Mount Thug. Hopefully the Western Provinces immediately take it. But where the heck are you going? Okay, we're gonna have to do it for them, I guess. Oh, guys, come on. Why would you... I don't understand why this army moved away, but oh well. Talakwa, you want that trade agreement? No. No, next turn, we will. Don't you worry, we've been we want to, believe me, Tic Tac. Oh, we just have to frickin' vassalize your friend there, and it looks like Luther Harkon will indeed attack. Oh, there's actually not that crazy an amount of stuff in his army, at least not what I thought there would be. I was assuming some more elite stuff, like at least some Rotting Leviathans, and some... also, where's Queen Bess? He has no Queen Bess, no Rotting Leviathans, and no Necrofex Colossi. Nothing crazy that we have to deal with. I don't see this being too problematic, but hey, I've been surprised before, and we do still have to bring Luther himself down, which is going to be the biggest problem here. Here we go.
An ancient power is rising.
Alrighty, here we go. Should be a pretty fun fight, though I don't imagine that the enemy stands too much of a chance here. We just have too many units. Granted, most of them are chaff, but what is the enemy going to do? They're not going to break through that many, or at least not in time before our towers start coming up. In terms of the setup here, we're actually going to hold up in the center of the city with the majority of our slower units, as in all of our skeletons here, and we're going to keep a unit of Crypt Horrors here together with some Cairn Wraiths as well, and some bats in order to attack the enemy range units. We've also Vanguard deployed 2 of our units of Crypt Horrors, who are going to go around and hit this mortar and this mortar as well over in the background. And we're going to wait for Luther Harkon together with the most or majority of his forces to hit this place, whereas on this side of the map, the enemy has deployed a lot of its range units together. 1, 2, 3 protected by a single unit of Depth Guard, and there's more here as well. So we've sallied out about half our force, led by the Black Knights and 2 units of Crypt Horrors to destroy all this. Looks like we managed to tie up the enemy range units. Here come the Dire Doggos following the bats in. And just gotta be careful and avoid getting in contact with the Depth Guard, rather, or else they might kill the... well, they can kill anything here without too much trouble. even the Crypt Cores, really, at least if they were fighting one-on-one, but the Crypt Cores, together with the ghouls, should be able to take care of them, at least over time, and once we surround them. The Black Knights moving in with the dire doggos, and it looks like the poor enemy range units have by and large been overwhelmed and destroyed, so we're going to move past that, have some units hit the depth guard here, while the rest move in to take care of the other portion. And now, over in the background, let's say, no, Luther, Harkin, and Co. Now they're still moving. This is another undead faction after all, and they're going to be very, very slow. They're going to take their time, which is fine. Alrighty, what do we have here? Oh, a unit of Carrion moved in. Gonna fight our bats here. Not just the bats, of course, but, well, actually, I lied. Just the bats, and, oh no, there's Crypt Ghouls there. I thought I saw another unit, but then they got hidden behind the bats. Man, I can't believe the bats are bigger than Crypt Ghouls are, and yet they're so fragile. Oh well, not fragile enough to lose to a single unit of Carrion, mostly because there's like 10 bats for each unit of Carrion in there. Very nice, and let's see, we've got a unit of zombie pirate deckhands mob, which is now engaged with some skeleton warriors that we sent at them, and it looks like the depth guard are actually going to try to chase the direwolves, which means our bats and our ghouls can go after the zombie pirate gunnery mob, which is currently unprotected, and then maybe after this bomber mob as well. Over on this side, the depth guard are still fighting, but are now surrounded. Though, look at that, the line of dead Black Knights for hitting them. Yeah, the depth guard will hold the ground for a little while, and actually they're in a pretty good position. Their backs may be to the wall, but that's often a good thing in these situations, whereas this is an elite unit and they can't get hit in the back, and the amount they can get in the side or hit in the sides is also quite limited, especially considering the unit is much more elite than ours. This is a great way for them to destroy chaff and not get destroyed in themselves. Over here, it looks like the enemy's moved in some marauding or animated hulks, rather. I just saw monstrous infantry. Some animated hulks who will be fought by the Crypt Cores here. Our bats have dropped down on the enemy ranged in the background as well. A nice little duel between these monsters, though. I should probably compare the stats. I was hoping that one of them would knock the other one down. Let's see, we got 38-29 on the hulks, and then 42-36 on the Crypt Cores. Huh, it's actually fairly even between the two, and they both have roughly the same amount of armor, 30 and 35. Interesting. Alright. The animated hulks actually do a little bit more weapon damage, but let's say, 9.6k max HP versus the horrors. Who would be better in a straight-up one-on-one, I wonder? Versus a little bit higher, closer to 11k on the horrors. We got poison helping us out, though, so maybe the horrors would come out ahead, though they are actually taking quite a bit of damage here. Interesting. Well, either way, it looks like the enemy's not getting too much value out of this unit of depth guard, which is just moving around because we were able to avoid it and kill the enemy range. In the meantime, our ghouls have arrived in the background and are taking out this mortar, and the other mortar will soon follow suit as well. Oh, this is actually a carronade. Well, the other one's a mortar, but this one's a carronade. At the very least, stop these guys from firing, because they had begun doing so on some of our zombies back there. We can also see our bats dropping in on the enemy, as more enemy ranged units have moved in, bombers and handguns. Zombie pirate gunnery mobs of both varieties. Actually, wait, is it a deckhands mob when it's a zombies? No, it's also a gunnery mob, okay. And fortunately for us all, these zombie gunnery mobs are all very fragile, so even the bats can take care of them in a decent amount of time. The only melee unit that was guarding them, the zombie pirate deckhands mob, is getting bogged down fighting zombies and skeleton spears, and these guys will be fighting each other for quite a while. Interesting to see that the zombies and the skeletons as well of the vampire counts have balefire glow in their eyes, whereas the zombies of the vampire coast do not. I actually hadn't noticed that before, or at least I hadn't considered it. I wonder why. The spells that raise them are effectively the same thing. Interesting. Maybe, I was about to say maybe these guys will have lost their eyes due to being waterlogged and whatnot, but it's not like these guys actually need eyes to have balefire glow. Odd. Odd. Well, whatever. Looks like these range units have been pretty much destroyed by the bats. Our ghouls have done with the enemy carronade and are moving back to help us out, and the other ghouls have caught the enemy mortar, which will fire no more. Looks like some of the enemy units have, however, moved up towards fighting, towards the main area, and are fighting here. The Morn ghouls together with some depth guard, though our lord together with the horrors and the cairn wraiths will defend. And on top of that, we do have our first tier 4 tower up, so it is adding a lot of damage to these when it actually hits them as opposed to whatever is down there. Huh, was the mortar just firing at them? Interesting. Interesting, but probably won't make too much of a difference. Now, I wonder how a cairn wraith unit and a non-SFO cairn wraith unit would do against a unit of depth guard. I feel like a non-SFO unit, the depth guard would win pretty handily. They may not have magical damage, but the disparity in melee capability is pretty high. They're meant to be infantry blenders after all, and these cairn wraiths don't have enough physical resistance to take those hits as well. Alright, well it looks like the Morn ghouls at the very least are melting away and should be gone in a few, though it'll still take some time to work through the depth guard here. Over on this side, there are other depth guard that we have to work through. A depth guard with pole arms, which is going to be dangerous to our crypt horrors, but we're going to simply leave the skeleton warriors there, or regroup, send more skeleton warriors at them, and then surround and kill them with the ghouls and the horrors once they're engaged with other units. Looks like the bats are still doing their work as well, having caught out a zombie pirate gunnery mob that was by itself. Really getting a lot of work for our bats this time around, which is quite nice. As the bats haven't had nearly as much time to shine as the dire wolves throughout this campaign. And then we are moving in our skeleton spears to fight another zombie pirate deckhands mob. They can be distracted while in a little bit we'll move in our dire doggos and our black knights to hit these guys in the back. And the bats from the front as well. And these guys will get mobbed and destroyed fairly quickly like this, I think. The dire doggos might actually block the knights from moving in. Let's see. Oh no, actually the knights charge in fairly well. Looks like they have the mass and the momentum to do so, and this unit will start melting away in a few seconds, and have already lost their half of the HP. Luther Harkin is firing from up above on us, but actually seems to refuse to land, while the rest of his army has already been pretty much destroyed. The toughest target remaining will be the depth guard, and I feel like Luther isn't even going to bother trying to land, so let's watch the last of the depth guard get destroyed. And they're of course surrounded now, as was the plan. They did manage to destroy one of those skeleton units, but now will crumble and melt away. And there we go. Okay, that one died very dramatically, rolling, considering that nobody actually directly hit him. And Luther Harkin will... oh, he will actually drop down. Very nice. He's a level 27 lord, so of course our lord stands no chance at killing him, but he is crumbling away. Alrighty, well, let's bring him down. Everybody surround him and bring him down. He is on a Terrorgeist though, so he is healing up. He's got that regen. I don't know if he has any other sources. Tower Siphon, or is it just regular regen? Let's see, we've also got 5% regular ward save. Actually, his resistances aren't that high, but these are still basic, relatively unbuffed units. Alrighty, at least we get some nice action shots of Luther attacking or getting staggered a lot right now. I wonder if you can perma-stagger a unit if you have the right type of unit surrounding it, or if whether there's a programmed-in limit to it. You can certainly stagger a lot, but he is getting melee attack animations out as well. And I don't know how you missed that big stationary target tower. Come on. Whatever zombie gunnery or, well, yeah, it's probably zombies manning the tower, is not doing a very good job. Or maybe a white is manning the tower, who knows. Alrighty, let's see. Luther is... oh, wow. That was more than a minute. It was 7 minutes and 30 seconds. After more than a minute, he's dropped like 20% HP. Damn, Luther. And this is with his army shattered, so he's debilitated. He's crumbling away this entire time. And damn, that regen. And the regen is super high. I mean, obviously, because of the very high HP on the Death Shriek Terrorgeist, or Terrorgeist in general, we use the same exact thing to keep our Strigoi bloodlines in good shape. And we're gonna get a spell going, not the enemy spell, but just to buff somebody up, I think. Or was that a heal? No, it was an invocation of the heck. Man, he's still got so much HP. It's been 2 minutes straight now to take 25% HP with all of these armor-piercing Karen rates hitting him, although yeah, he's got 115 armor. And the armor-piercing Crypt Cores as well. I gotta say, I'm impressed here. Well, keep working at it, slowly but surely. On the bright side, it doesn't seem like he does enough damage himself for us to actually be concerned with it, so over time he should get destroyed. He even had enough time to build up another tower, a tier 3 tower, and we're building up another tier 3 tower to try to help. He's nearly at half HP now. Damn. Hopefully he'll start crumbling away faster. Oh, and it looks like the crumble has increased in speed. There we go. He's disintegrating. I guess he was crumbling before, now he's disintegrating. Yeah. It's going quite a bit better now. Maybe those towers are helping out as well. Okay, yes, I say you're helping out, and then you missed all 3 shots in a row. Oh, towers, why? Why you gotta do me dirty like that? Come on. Yep, another miss. Huh, this old Imperial Sewer Grate. Damn, Empire's got fancy sewer grate. Alright, how are you doing, Luther? You've got, alright, about 10% HP remaining. Nearly done, and when he falls, the game once again won't show us the death animation, because it doesn't like doing so, but damn. What are we at here? 11 minutes. So 4 minutes, wait, we were at 7 minutes and 30 seconds, yeah, nearly 4 minutes straight of just trying to attack him with three towers firing on him, a lord attacking him, 2 units of Karen rates and 3 units of horrors, although the 3rd unit of horrors just came in, but still, damn, and all that while crumbling away. Too bad we couldn't vassalize, well actually, too bad we couldn't confederate him. Maybe they'll give us Nagash, as in not modded Nagash, at some point, and then we'll be able to do that with all the factions in one. Though I do still think that that Arcan the Black is somewhat close, mostly due to the aspect of borrowing vampire counts units in combination with the outpost system. Alrighty, that turned out to be a bit of a better battle than I was originally thinking, all things considered. Mainly the fact that the enemy was quite outnumbered. We didn't take too many losses, and it's not like it matters with this temporary army, but absolutely credit where it's due. Luther Harkin, a beast, and just would not go down. He fought on while crumbling for several minutes straight. All that regeneration really working for him, so, and good job to you, Luther. We could heal to full... let's heal to full, just in case. We are going to kill him, but also we may want to... Ooh, what are you gonna do? You're gonna end our trade agreement. Alrighty, so it looks like Karaki and this guy are preparing for war. Port of Secrets is going to get attacked, but that's fine. If you occupy it... Okay, you're not gonna occupy it, but you're gonna sit there, and we'll have Ermine kill ya. Decadent Host wants peace. That's not going to happen. We're gonna continue destroying them. Valkia wants peace. Valkia shouldn't even have the capability of requesting peace. It shouldn't even be possible for her. Maybe back when she was mortal, but not after ascending. King Behed's son. Oh wow, you sailed over here and now you want peace, huh? Huh, buddy? I'm almost tempted to peace out with him, but you know what? No, not right now. The reason I was tempted was just to have access to his units, but it'll probably take so long to get allegiance that we'd never be able to use them anyway. Anyway, got lots of supervisors. There's that trait for Ruprecht. Not that it matters, and Dirk Berkmere has finally been corrupted by chaos. It's taken a while, but it was an inevitability. It's quite a bit of melee defense reduction, unfortunately, but what can you do? Faction Oracles of Tzeentch destroyed, Naggarond besieged, though we were expecting that one. Forbidden Rod for Ruprecht, Summoned Raised, Port of Secrets, that's fine. We hardly care about the Port of Secrets. And, hello, what do we have here? Oh. Would you be able to attack this? You would. Piles of trolls versus piles of crypt horrors. Granted, no healing here, but nonetheless. Sorely tempting. Sorely, sorely tempting, and we'll probably do it, but in a second, or in a bit. First of all, I want to see here, Yos. Ooh, you are close enough to drag Be'lakor out, but is this actually possible for you? Here's the problem. This isn't just Be'lakor. This is Be'lakor plus the entire garrison, which is pretty elite. Plenty of Chosen, some Gorby's chariots, and whatnot, plus the half-stack that's in here. On the other hand, Be'lakor at least is in March stance, but the vigor reduction isn't as bad in vanilla as it is in SFO, so it may not be as big an issue as it looks. Also, did Luther Harkin run away? Looks like he's gone. Interesting. We probably want to send you north, but for now, let's take a look at other things. First of all, Fortress of Dawn, are you guys ready for vassalage? 100. Looks like they're ready. Alrighty, let's see if everybody else is ready. Well, first of all, Bathilda, you no longer need to sit here, so get out of the Fortress of Dawn. Then, you guys. Talaqua. 26. Perfect. Alrighty, finally. Finally we get this. Alrighty, so the way that we are going to do this is this. We will start with the Ghost of Pahwaks, mostly because they're more important to us. We're gonna say, we'll give you the Fortress of Dawn, and you will give us Become Vassal, and you will join our wars against these guys. Lovely. And then I guess we'll balance the offer. You can give us some money, and that's it. Alrighty. Absolutely perfect. Propose offer. Go. There we go. Oxyotl is now our vassal. Amazing. Then Talaqua starts to immediately dislike us, however. It's too late for that. Trade settlement. You get Talaqua back, your capital, and oh! Even without the trade agreement, you'd do it, but, I mean, why wouldn't we trade agreement? And then vassalage. Lovely. I guess we also want you to join our wars, but do we actually? Is there anybody... You know what? Let's say Pestilence, 1,000 Maws. Nobody up north, maybe. Nah, you know what? They're probably gonna need to... Oh, wow, they don't want to do that. Alright, fine. How about just the 1,000 Maws? No dice, eh? Alright, how about just Clan Pestilence? Somebody, something. Somehow, some way, no? Alright, he doesn't want to. It's fine. His faction's pretty weak, so it's hardly the biggest surprise. Let's propose offer like so. And now Tic-Tac's our vassal as well. Isn't that lovely? We'll give him some of these territories back once we take him from these guys. Now, you... Crocky, you're really disliking us. I wasn't originally going to attack you, but now I think it's probably inescapable. A shame, but nonetheless. Then you guys are willing to trade. You're not willing to go vassalize, but, wow, that's a very high, they really want to trade is basically what I'm getting at. They're so far away from everybody that we don't really care, though, so yeah, why not? Why not trade with them? Go for it.
Indeed.
They'll probably eventually become friendly enough with us so that it won't matter. Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have gotten them to join a few more wars. Or at least a war, any war. Let's say the 1,000 Maws. No. Clan Pestilence? Yeah, I should have done that instead of the money, but oh well. It's not like they're gonna help. It was just for the friendship between them and the Ghost of Pahwaks. Now, speaking of the Ghost of Pahwaks, looks like they're in trouble. Lord Skrolk is attacking and taking their territory, but not to worry. Bathilda is on the case. She's moving out this way, and she will bail out the ghosts, and now that they've finally become our vassals. Hug the coastline and hit those rats. She's already brought them down before, Skrolk specifically, and I'm sure she'll do so again. Now, how many turns do we have until we can declare war on you?
It is what
2 turns, alright. Presuming that they don't declare war on us first, though it is a distinct possibility. Then, and there is Crocky. Crocky. Probably a lot of things you don't like. That said, just out of curiosity, Temple Avenue of Gold. You would be... Yeah, alright. Let's just vassalize him. I mean, yeah, it's a great settlement, but there's no real need to fight him. Maybe we kill Thorek. Although, let's see, minus 475? Yeah, okay, that seems fairly unlikely. I wonder, however, the degree to which everybody's gonna hate each other, though. Mostly because we've already broken a bunch of alliances, essentially. They like us reasonably well for now. We just gotta make sure that they all join wars. But yeah, Last Defenders, we'll have you join up as well. Trade Settlement, Temple Avenue of Gold, and then Trade Agreement. And... wait, no trade agreement, just vassalage. Okay. You want to join any wars? Let's say the Clan Pestilence War? Yeah, no dice. Alright, that's fine. Wait, they're gonna be our vassals, so they'll join the war automatically anyway, so you'll do that. Alright, lovely. So in one fell swoop, we just vassalized all the remaining lizards. Hellas Defenders, Ghost of Pachwax, and Hexoatl. Of course it'll take, or Ghost of Pachwax and Talaqua, or rather. Of course it'll take a while for us to get our relationship up with them, but it looks to be pretty okay. Next up, Vidrioth. I'd love to vassalize you, but it looks like it ain't gonna happen right now. Are you willing to join war against anybody, namely the Thousand Maws? No, you're not. Alright, that's fine. And just get the trade agreement and stuff going. More money flowing. And Lazargs, we're actually gonna attack you. Mostly because, well, all of our allies kind of hate you. Actually, they don't hate you as much as I thought they would. But yeah, these guys don't look like they're willing to serve, so we'll just destroy them outright. If they're not willing to serve, like everybody else is. Man, what's our vassal count at, by the way? Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 vassals. And 14 of those, 14 out of 15, are all legendary lord vassals. Only the Druzhina Enclave is not a legendary lord one. Damn. What's our vassal tribute at? It's at nearly 30k. Pretty good. It's about even with our trade income, which is also pretty good. Really, it's just the insane army income right now, or our army upkeep, rather, that's causing us problems. Man. 3 lizard vassals in one turn. I don't think I've ever done anything like that before. Oh, which makes me happy. Alright, well, we're still going to have to destroy the followers of Nagash. They're not really defended here. I'm kind of tempted to have Peter shadow one of their armies. Like King Nectanebo here, for example. Although his army is relatively weak. Where are their other forces? So there's one here, King Salak, but Wallach is moving there and should be able to attack him just as we declare war. And then there's Arcan. I wonder where he's going to head. Who's he still at war with now? He's at war with the Druzhina Enclave. Okay, I didn't even... Huh. I don't even know how he's at war with the Druzhina Enclave. That's kind of interesting. Well, either way. Peter, you're gonna go out this way. Honestly, we could probably use a couple more temporary armies. I just don't want to pay for them. Maybe when we delete out other temporary forces. Well, at least lots more factions. Armies are in position where they need to be. Let's briefly send Jurgen out to sea as well, into the controlled Telian Sea, and to grab that Skull Island real quick. And then you, Waller, recruit for one more turn, and then you're heading out as a proper army. Alright, then let's... I think Fekha is going for Bilbali, so you're gonna go to Bilbali at least for now. And you're gonna sit there and we'll see. Marosha might go for Magrita, but we'll see about that as well. Should be okay. Maybe we want to upgrade your wall to the next level. Though I think we'll wait on upgrading the Dark Castle, mostly because it's so ludicrously expensive, even with the fairly decent amount of cash that we're currently making. Alrighty, back to moving, though we are very quickly running out of time. Let's take Dargoth real quick. Nobody else can threaten us here, right? Yeah. Take Dargoth real quick, and then... Oh, look, Valky has returned. That might be fun. And Siggy as well. I forget, does Vlad have the Siggy killing buff, or does he not? Because if he doesn't, he could probably use another 10% physical resistance. Vlad is already basically impossible to kill, but nonetheless. Queen Dethroned, Bella the Ball, Reichshammer. No, he doesn't. Alright, so... we should probably try to go after Siggy. He is holding up at the frozen city there, but we'll thaw him out. Only briefly, though.
I will decapitate you.
Yeah, we'll see, Valkia. Alrighty, now, what do we have out here? Looks like, oh, Malekith is back, and with an army of shades. But I don't see this being all too problematic. That said, and this is probably a worthy fight. I guess we'll do this next episode. Yeah, I like the idea, though I think maybe we'll prioritize Be'lakor if we decide to fight him rather than try to ambush him. I still have to think about that. Yeah. Last time we fought Malekith, he had piles of dread spears, and now he has something that's genuinely scary, and we're hurt, so this is a battle I'm much more excited about. Oh look, he has that Gift of Slaanesh. Alright, that'll be nice, and I think we may want to still generate a temporary army at Hag Grief just to take Kragroth deep, because Rudy can't do everything on his own. Oh, these guys look like they're actually moving to Storag Core now, good. We don't have to take everything down here ourselves. I'd really prefer to avoid that, and oh, that reminds me. Now that we did all the trade agreements that we wanted... yeah, now that we did those... what we can do is trade the monoliths back to you. Like so. You want to give us money? You know what? Keep your money. We like money, but you know what? You're gonna need it. You're still fighting out here after all. I'm trying to power you up just a little bit because, well, you've been having problems lately. Alrighty. Well, with that, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. It's a little late right now. I'm getting tired, can you tell? Yeah, so I'm gonna call the episode here. Next time, well, we start moving out north with some of these armies. Got a little bit longer to wait with these guys, but they will move out shortly as well to join Aldous up there. And then we will start the conquest of the Northern Chaos Waste. There's still Archaon's faction to take care of, but by and large it's going very, very well. And now that all of this territory is ours, we got all these brand new vassals, and we'll be working together to try to take out the forces of Arcan the Black over the next few turns. Oh, Maldwin, you're in. Oh, damn. I'm gonna have to raid. Alright, you know what? March stands here just before I forget. March stands here, take the Caverns of Sotek occupied, heal, and then trade it back to the... treated back to the last defenders. Anyway, as I said, calling it next time. Whatever battles we can find, maybe Be'lakor, maybe Malekith, maybe something else. Stay tuned for it. Don't forget to leave a like and comment. All glory to the algorithm. And thanks for watching.